So I got an email from and by the way, I saw this from a couple of sources, but I got an email from one of our readers at floridadaily.com. And the American Federation of Teachers here in the state of Florida, they have a very huge impact. And the American Federation of Teachers is not liberal. They're like extreme liberal, okay? This is the same group with Randy Weingarten who came out, and you remember this because we talked about it back then here, Lindsay. Remember where they came out and they said, well, we want to reopen the schools. This is the same group that held local school districts and states hostage. They said the unions aren't going to come back until you pay them more money and more social justice. I'm like, what does this have to do with the kids getting their education and everything else out there? So a teacher sent me an email, the floridadaily.com, and we're going to do a story on this. We talked about this on the radio show, that she was told in her very liberal community here in Florida that the unions have instructed her that even though there's still sales going back to school, not to shop at Target. I was like, whoa. You mean Target, where 4 years ago they lost billions of dollars of stock evaluation because they decided to go down the fad of a transition of the LGBT and the trans movement and everything else, and they pretty much got slammed up against the wall by the American consumer, and they stopped that crap. And this is the same Target that's being targeted, no pun intended, by the liberal American Federation of Teachers Union and by teacher unions groups here in the state of Florida. So the teacher sent out me an email. She goes, Ed, we were told not to shop there. I said, well, hold on, why? She told me. I went to do some research on it. She was exactly correct. So, Lindsay, what's going on here is that Immigration, Customs, and Enforcement officials have gone to, and let's just be blunt, when Fox News is doing a story and how they're picking up illegals at Lowe's and Home Depot. Oh, that's stereotypical. Well, that's just where it is. Sorry, folks, that's just where we cover the news. And so here we go. The teachers' unions somehow are now getting involved in the argument of immigration and deportations. So Target gets contacted by Immigration, Customs, and Enforcement during the Trump administration, ICE, and they say, and for some reason why they're all showing up at Target, I have no clue why. And they say, listen, we're going to go after these individuals that are here illegally. Listen to the clip. This is from Marcus Lemonis from the Fox Business Network about this whole issue. This will kind of straighten it out.
Target is facing a back-to-school boycott, and one of America's largest teachers unions is leading this charge. American Federation of Teachers President Randy Weingarten is going after the retail for not condemning ICE operations, saying its silence about federal immigration abuses have been deafening. And now Weingarten is directing families to shop smart, not Target, launching a website mapping back-to-school shopping alternatives.
Walmart.
So hold on. So let me get this straight, Lindsay. So Immigration, Customs, and Enforcement officials can come anywhere they want with the legal, you would believe, with the legal proper paperwork. We've got arrest warrants out here. So Target would be more in trouble if they obstructed federal law. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So Target now is being thrown under the bus because they abided by federal law. And if you're a Target manager, you sit back going, I get monthly bonuses out here. I don't need parents going, hey, I don't need to show back up because nobody knows why ICE is in here. It could be going after whatever, a stakeout. The bottom line is Target is doing their job. And I don't understand why the teacher unions need to be getting involved.
No, it's insane. I mean, number one, as a former Target employee in high school, I did work at Target as a cashier for like a minute.
No way. So was I.
Funny.
And here I am wearing a red shirt.
Repping Target. I mean, why in the world is the teacher union concerned about immigration policy? I mean, in general, shouldn't they be concerned about, I don't know, our falling reading rates across the country, our abysmal, scores across the country with reading and math, how kids don't understand basic civics, and how our country operates? I mean, these are things that they should be concerned about, but now they're concerned about, they're not the government. They're a private company. They're following the law. So I don't understand why they're wading into this based on just the fact that Target's, doing what they're supposed to do. And I do agree, Ed, they could become out. I mean, the government would come after or could come after them and sue Target. So it's like they're, excuse my French, but they're damned if they do, damned if they don't in this situation.
Have you ever seen a retail corporation hit both sides of the political spectrum and get boycotted by both like this?
That's pretty that's a great point, Matt. Guys, yeah.
Yeah, because just what 2023 was the whole. I mean, I boycotted for a long time, and finally I was like, oh my gosh, I got to go back to Target. But I did boycott for a long time.
Can I?
What's it's crazy? Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Well, the one here in Orlando was one of the first in the nation where when you walked in, they actually had Pride stuff for kids in the front of the store. Lots of the news here covered it, and since all that backlash, there's just this one tiny spot where it was. So you can tell they respond. What's nuts to me though is, and granted this was 25 years ago, and when I was in high school and I worked there, Target used to be so apolitical and just so far removed from all of this, and now it seems like you can't go 6 months without Target being in the news for some kind of politically involved issue.
And why do they have to wade into that? Can't they just be a great store with quality products? I mean, you're going to pay a little more than Walmart. But it's kind of like the Publix of the grocery stores in Florida. So you're going to pay a little more. I do have my Target card, so I get 5% back. And shameless plug for that. However, I mean, at the end of the day, you're paying for the products. Why are they wading into these cultural things? But in this case, they didn't even wade into it. They just followed the law.
The new joke now, Matt, is if you work for Target, we go, well, what bathroom do you use? All right. So anyway, that one will sink in. But can I just point something out here? I have told my Republican listeners for years, stop throwing everybody that's a school teacher under the bus. I know conservatives that are members of the union at UPS. They have to be, okay? Unfortunately, they have to be part of the union.
Yeah, it's like Hollywood.
For their school district. So to stop, by the way, school teachers will tell you when it comes to pay raises, they're getting screwed all over the map because they're always saying that the administrative level, the union crowd is ones getting higher pay raises, not the boots on the ground, the teachers themselves. But